Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So we're still in the hallway. It's still absolutely stifling outside. Nisha's gone out, got a few more peas, a bit of a bucket full of peas, and checked on the plants. She's currently just watering some of the babies just to give them a little bit of edge. The rain and the wet weather we had predicted for this weekend seems to be moving away, more Sunday and Monday. So we might end up having to water before the end of the week. So whilst it's hot, we're cracking on inside, like I say. We've got one bag of VAR left before we run out, but we think it's going to be enough to finish the hallway cosmetics, get it sanded and painted before the weekend. So I'll quickly show you a recap and we'll crack straight on. Okay, so there's a little bit more to flatten on that ridge there. And you can see the top half of the lintel area needs to be a nice sloppy mix and made flat, and bring that corner around and finish that. All the cracks are looking really dry, so this half that Anisha's already done will be able to get sanded. Small patch above here. We can block in the wire. A little bit of detail coming on the AC unit later on in the video, so stay tuned for those who have commented for advice about the gap with the ceiling. Everything else is looking quite good. Little patch up there where that old socket is, that can be redone. And just above the small bedroom door and that little area there. So let's get the mix ready and crack on. So we had people comment asking exactly what we're using for the filling the cracks with the plaster. So
every builder's merchant, I would think, would have this this mix. I think it's a wet mix of lime and sand, and they pre-make it, and I think they package it themselves. So every builder's merchant will have it, but the packaging will probably be different from
looking, yeah,
one to another. We've had several different bags, even from the same merchants.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
But it's just VAR. Everywhere sells it. We mix it in with sand just to get even more out of it.
Make it stretch,
but
yeah.
like I say, I do actually think it is already pre-mixed.
You can buy VAR completely dry. It's just a powder, the lime powder. But because of how dusty it is and dry, if it's not moist, you're more prone to inhaling it and health impacts. So we think it comes to the merchants dry, and then they repackage it themselves.
Yeah, we've seen them mixing it.
Yeah.
We've seen them mixing it and weighing it.
And it usually comes in 20 kg bags.
And it is dirt cheap. It's like $3.11-ish.
Give or take.
A bag.
Yeah.
And it goes a long way. So, yeah.
So, yeah. Bit of a nugget of information for you. We've been at it for a good couple of hours now. We started, like I say, mid-morning, and we've done pretty well, haven't we? So I'm going to show you how much we've done and what we plan for the rest of the day. So first thing you'll notice This has been feathered and matched on both sides and feathered around the corner there. And we've just rounded the edge for the concrete post lintels. So we are going to have some plasterboard going on the underneath to give us a square edge, and then we can just do a bit of a flatter 90-degree angle once that's finished. But for now, it's a nice rounded edge. All the cracks have been sanded. At the top, we need to finish that last patch up there. Over the door as well. A little bit there. And you can see we've gone around the old fuse area and also covered the wire channel that I made out the other day. So whilst I'm looking at the air conditioning unit, I'll just go into a little bit of a description on what our plan is after seeing the comments below on the last video. So we looked at the manual and you're completely correct saying that they
should be installed at 15 centimetres.
Yeah, which is the standard minimum for nearly all units. So the fact that it said it in the manual, I actually got the tape measure.
And I was fall short.
Yeah, it's actually been installed 5 centimetres
Too high.
too high. Yeah, so it's currently set at 10 centimetres away from the ceiling. So if we drop our ceiling to the second pencil mark there, it's already beyond the minimum requirements, so it's going to make it even worse. So we're currently contemplating
any false ceiling that we put in. Is gonna impact it. So
we're completely going back to the drawing board with the ceiling. So stay tuned on the channel for what we decide to do there. We can still hardwire it in for now, and we've cut a shelf. We always like to have them overhanging by an inch. It just gives it a bit of depth, and feathered around the sides. So all that will be painted to match the door and possibly a plasterboard back for the wires. So for the rest of the afternoon, we're going to go to the shop, treat ourselves to an ice cream, and hopefully just do one more mix on...
It's 26 degrees inside, so God knows what it is outside.
It's been stifling today, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So stay tuned. We've only got a little bit left to do, and then we could be on to sanding what we've done today and possibly painting a small section of the hallway. So yeah, see you in a bit.
Zdravě.
So everything's been tidied up and brushed up, which takes almost as long as putting everything on the wall and rebuilding the house. So it looks wet, but it's dry to the touch. So we've just got this last bit to sand, and we should be starting to paint. Now about the rounded edge, really, really happy, to be honest, how that's gone like that. And we just bent the sandpaper around and just ran it along. So, yeah, we're pretty excited to start painting, to be honest. Let's go. We're ready for painting. I've tidied it all up.
I'm just checking on the plants.
How are they doing?
It was fine.
I think we need to water before end of day.
It might be alright until the morning, but we need to in the morning, definitely.
Early morning.
Yeah. We've lost a couple of things.
Iceberg bushes are looking nice, aren't they?
Yeah.
What have we lost?
Well, I thought we'd lost a pepper there, but I just almost pulled it out thinking it was a weed, so we haven't actually lost that pepper.
And then we're going to take the rest of the peas out tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I don't even think they've got any pods left on them.
I mean, they've been absolutely stripped, haven't they?
Yep.
Chilies are okay, although the mud looks a bit dry.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And the baby tomatoes seem to be surviving as well at the bottoms of the string.
Once they're established enough, the chilies and the aubergines and everything,
Cherry tomatoes are looking good.
we can put a mulch bed down to keep the soil moist. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Cool. Alright. So yeah, we're going to get some paint ready. Going to start painting the bits that are dry and see how far we get, but it's going to be, we're excited. What? And stick some jacket potato spuds on for tea with a nice fresh garden salad. So yeah, let's see how we get on. So painting's doing really well. Let's show you how much we've been able to do this afternoon. So excusing all the clutter on the radiator, we're doing up to door height, so you can see the patch there. So we've done the inside of this one. This is still going off at the top, or this column here. And there. So you remember how the column looked earlier this afternoon. So the fact when it's gone off enough, it paints on super easy. But you can see this later patch that we did, that's still a bit sandy, so we can't go up above that. So it's going to cover the cracks quite well. You can see how it's done it on these ones here. Still a bit lumpy bumpy, but 100% better. And you can see where we've had to just go around the wet bit to save the paint of getting filled with sand. So I'm personally aiming to get the rest of that section done and the green paint down level to the stone, and possibly all the lintel and the rest of the top halves of the doors tomorrow. So I'll just show you what it looks like from the bottom of the stairs. So I've just turned the light off so you can see the sunset coming through one of the bedroom windows. Going to look really sharp when it's done. So thank you very much for watching the video so far. If you want to see more, don't forget to hit that bell and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Ciao for now.